Hello students, welcome back to my channel. We are dealing with the chapter Oscillations on which 4 marks will be compulsory, questions will be for 4 marks and 5 marks with options. तो start करते हैं हम derivation से. सबसे पहले question जो आएगा वो होगा for 2 marks. Derive the question will be like derive the differential equation of SHM. So it is a 2 marks question. Okay. Now from the definition of linear simple harmonic motion, force is directly proportional to the displacement. So we write here in linear simple harmonic motion. You have to write this in the derivation. Force is directly proportional to the displacement. As there is a proportionality, so there should be a proportionality constant. So force will be equals to minus kx. Now k is the constant of proportionality, which is also called as the force constant. Now you have to mention that why there is a negative sign. Negative sign signifies that force and displacement are oppositely directed. So this was the first equation, force. Now it equate this equation of force by to the Newton's second law of motion. So by Newton's second law of motion, what you get? There is a relation between mass, acceleration and force. Force will be equals to mass into acceleration. Equation number 2. So from the equation number 1 and 2, what you get? MA will be equals to minus kx. Okay. Now you are going to derive the differential equation. So we just rearrange the things here. So A will be equals to minus k upon m, and that will be equals to x. Okay. So we just derive for the acceleration. So A will be equals to, in general we know that A will be equals to dv by dt, that is rate of change of velocity. So in general we can just derive it, we can write here as a d by dt of v. Now v is what? V was the velocity, so it will be rate of change of displacement. So A now going to convert into d by dt of dx by dt, so it becomes d square x upon dt square, and therefore we can write here d square x upon dt square will be equals to, so d square x upon dt square now will be equals to minus omega square x, where k by m will be replaced by a constant, that is omega square, where omega is the angular frequency. So the equation now changes equal to d square x upon dt square equals to omega square x equals to 0. This is a differential equation, and what you have to write in the derivation, what steps should be there, that is in a linear simple harmonic motion you have to write some theory over here and then write the half mark question, that is how f equals to minus kx, first step, second step is needed, and finally you have to write here, that is d square x upon dt square plus omega square x equals to 0. Now what happened? Students stop at this position. We don't complete the equation, you have to complete the equation. So d square x upon dt square plus omega square x will be equals to 0. This is the complete derivation for 2 marks on oscillation. Now the second question on the same topic, that is using differential equation, which you have done earlier derived. Using it you have to find the value of acceleration, velocity and displacement. Now depending upon what is asked, if they are going to ask you acceleration, then the question will be 1 marks. If they are asking to derive the velocity, then it will be a question for 2 marks. If they are asking acceleration, velocity, then it can be for 3 marks, and if they are only asking velocity and displacement, so it can be asked for the 4 marks question. So एक क्वेश्चन आपको 1 मार्क के लिए आ सकता है, 2 के लिए आ सकता है, 4 मार्क्स के लिए आ सकता है. नाउ that is written there, that is using differential equation, मतलब आपका स्टार्टिंग के differential equation से होने चाहिए. So what is the differential equation? As you know, that is d square x upon dt square plus omega square x equals to 0. तो सबसे पहले आसान है कि एक्सेलरेशन कैसे निकालेंगे. हमने पहले कहा था एक्सेलरेशन विल बी नथिंग बट डी स्क्वायर एक्स अपॉन dt स्क्वायर. अगर इसको राइट में चलेगा इट विल बी कभी माइनस ओमेगा स्क्वायर एक्स. सो बस यहाँ पे आपका 1 मार्क्स का क्वेश्चन खत्म हो जाएगा, दैट इज व्हाट इज एन एक्सेलरेशन. सो जैसे हमने डी स्क्वायर एक्स बाय डी टी स्क्वायर आएगा, अब हम उल्टा जाएंगे ताकि वी कैन फाइंड द वैल्यू ऑफ वेलोसिटी. नाउ डी स्क्वायर एक्स upon dt square x was nothing but d by dt of dx by dt, as we know. So we can just write dx by dt now will be again replaced by dv by dt. What you are going to find? We are going to find the velocity. We are interested to find the value of velocity. तो यही वाला dv by dt है, उसी को हम ब्रेक करेंगे. कहाँ से कंसिडर करेंगे इसको? इक्वेशन नंबर 1. सो dv by dt जो है उसको हम ब्रेक करने वाले हैं. विल बी मल्टीप्लाइंग एंड डिवाइडिंग dv by dt with dx. सो dv by dx इंटू dx by dt. एक ही चीज से मल्टीप्लाई डिफाइन करेंगे तो दैट विल बी द सेम एंड थिंग. सो कहाँ पे लिखना है हमको? विल बी राइटिंग हियर इन द सेम थिंग. तो क्या आ रहा है आपका? एक्सेलरेशन था डी स्क्वायर एक्स अपॉन डी टी स्क्वायर इक्वल्स टू माइनस ओमेगा स्क्वायर. उसी को हम रिप्लेस करेंगे तो यहाँ पे हो जाएगा सो डी वी बाय डी एक्स इंटू डी एक्स बाय डी टी विल बी इक्वल्स टू माइनस ओमेगा स्क्वायर एक्स. अब जो डी एक्स बाय डी टी हमको पता है क्या है? इट इज नथिंग बट डी वी, दैट इज द वेलोसिटी. So we just can write v into dv by dx equals to minus omega square x. अब v के साथ में dv है तो x के साथ में dx जाएगा. So v dv will be equals to minus omega square x dx. What will be the next step? Integrating both sides. You have to write each and everything which I am writing on the paper. So integrating both sides we get, so it will be integration of v dv that is equals to integration of minus omega square x dx. So आपको पता ही है v integration of v dv will be equals to v square by 2, that will be equals to, since in integration whatever the common thing it will be outside the integration, so we just write here omega square will be outside and I will take minus omega square outside. So integration of x dx will be again v x square by 2 and plus c, where c is the constant of proportionality. So this will be the equation number 2. Now you are going to find the value of c, and for finding the value of c you have to write some conditions. So at when x will be having the maximum displacement, that is plus or minus a, that is its amplitude, v is going to be 0. Putting the value in the equation number 2, what you get? 0 will be equals to minus omega square a square by 2 and plus c. So value of c will be equals to a square omega square by 2. Putting the value of c, what you will get? So v square by 2 equals to minus omega square x square by 2 and plus putting the value of c, that is coming to be omega square a square by 2. Now 2 is common, so we just can eliminate all the things. So v square will be equals to minus omega square x square plus omega square a square. So putting the positive first, so it will be equals to a square minus x square into, we can write omega square over here, or we can write in the first also, so v square. So what you get? v will be equals to omega into under root of a square minus x square, and this is the value of velocity from the differential equation. Here up to this derivation you will be getting 2 mark. Third derivation जो है that is for the displacement. कहाँ से start करेंगे? We start with the velocity. So v will be equals to plus or minus omega under root of a square minus x square. You have to write that as you know that equation of velocity is such and such. Now again v will be equals to dx by dt. Okay, put in the equation. So dx by dt will be equals to plus or minus omega under root of a square minus omega square. So a वाले terms इधर चले जाएंगे. So dx upon under root of a square minus x square into omega into dt. Again you have to take the integration. So integrating both sides, you have to write it integrating both sides. Mention all the steps over here. So integration of dx upon under root of a square. A can be capital or small depending upon the thing. So that will be equals to integration of omega into dt. So this is the formula for integration of dx upon under root of a square minus x square, that is equals to sine inverse of x upon a. Sine inverse of x upon a. Put here. So that will be equals to sine inverse of x upon a will be equals to omega, on integration of dt will be equals to t and plus alpha. Now here will be the alpha will be called as the constant of proportionality. I just write here, since integration of omega dt will be equals to omega into t. You don't have to write this in the exam. So sine inverse of x upon a will be equals to omega t plus a. So which implies that x upon a will be equals to sine omega t plus alpha, and we can say x will be equals to a sine omega t plus alpha, and this is the expression for the displacement of the particle performing simple harmonic motion. We just can have a recap for it. We then go for dx by dt, और we just you just go वीडियो को पीछे करके आप वो सारे स्टेप्स दे सकते हैं. दिस वाज द 2 क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम द चैप्टर ऑसिलेशंस. Just take a recap and you will see.